This your favorite nephew cousin, right? I'm back with some more with a Sunday school message. Matter of fact, got some water for you. Don't have the gas. Mouth a little dry. Ain't trying to be on it right now. And then plus I'm doing so much. I know my background changing just because we doing so much. But I'm gonna jump right in and say you have to be more than wishful out here. Let me go ahead and jump into that. I ain't gonna waste no time. And I'm actually gonna keep it short and sweet. This is probably gonna be like 5 or 6 minutes, right? But you have to be more than wishful out here. You gotta actually want to execute. Yeah, it's cool to dream. Yeah, it's cool to plan. Yeah, it's cool to plot, and figure it out. But you gotta be more than wishful. You gotta take the steps to succeed. You gotta take all the steps and all the time to really learn to just succeed. And I'm gonna tell you why. Is because we let's just say we get really wishful and then we wish this could happen, and then it gives us the spirit of laziness and the spirit of help me, and somebody gonna save me. But in reality, wishful thinking can only get you so far. I think that's why I'm going with it. Wishful thinking can only get you so far. Be more than wishful out here. Actually execute. I'm not saying it's bad to dream or it's wrong to dream. And in fact, we all got dreams, but mostly everybody ain't gonna conquer. Mostly everybody ain't gonna accomplish. So, like I say, sometimes you're gonna have to kill the wishful thinking. Sometimes it's not gonna be easy, especially if it's something that you want to attain. The road to that attainment is never really easy. It's never just short and simple. It's always going to be a then what, now what, and now what, and then what, and okay, what we do, what we doing. Okay, what didn't we do? What could we do? How could we do better? Like, it's always going to be those chiming in back and forth, along with life and all the other stuff you got to deal with, right? So I just want you to be more than wishful out here. Sunday school message, Sunday school message. Just be more than wishful. Be more than somebody that's just hoping to get it done. Be more than somebody that's just assuming that everything is gonna work out, instead of actually trying to put the pieces to the puzzle so it can work out, right? Like I said, I ain't gonna keep y'all too long, but it's just like I just want y'all to feel something. I know it's Sunday, I know a lot of y'all gotta go back to work, so I want y'all to feel it, feel something. Be more than wishful. Be more than hopeful. Be more than somebody just on the sidelines talking about what they gonna do. Actually do it. Right? You know how many people are not even in this game called life? They just on the sidelines talking about, if I had the opportunity, if I did this and shit, if I could lose some money, if I could just win some money, if I could lose some weight, if I could do. But it's just like, okay, they probably been talking about that for years. So be more than wishful. Because your situation could get better if you just put the planning and the action to it. It could get better. It may not be the best, but it could get better, and that's a start. That's really it. A lot of times people don't want to do that hard work or make the sacrifices that it takes to really be on top and be a winner, right? They kind of avoid that part. They like, nah, it gotta be an easier way. It gotta be an easier way. Or I could do it this way, and then it's just like they start cutting corners before they even start, and then that just leaves them in turmoil. We already know that was coming. Yep, leave them in turmoil. So I'm gonna tell you one thing and two things for sure before I get out of here, but a nigga mouth is dry. I want to hit this water, but I don't want to let go of the mic, right? And it's like I can't pop that mug open with one hand. It's just not in the cards right now. And then I don't want to pop it in my lap because that's when the water gonna do it. Cause yeah, man, ain't got time for the little reindeer games. So be more than wishful. Be more than hopeful out here. Be more than somebody on the sidelines complaining what they would do or what they could do, but we never seen them do anything but talk, right? Be more than that. Like I said, Probably just keep it one more minute and I'm gonna be done. The wishful thinking will have you lackadaisical. The wishful thinking will have you assuming that somebody's coming to help you and they not. Assuming that everybody on the same page when you never asked anybody to be on the page at all. They didn't even know what book you was on. Right? They didn't even know what galaxy or who author that book is from, right? But you thinking everybody wishfully gonna be correct or wishfully gonna be what you want them to be, and that's not always the case. You gotta sometimes take action. Most of the time, you gotta take action. Most of the times, you gotta be prepared for what's gonna happen next, and instead of always reacting, you probably gotta just act, right? Um, Act accordingly, adapt. I'll talk about that in the next one. A lot of people don't know how to adapt, and that's what be killing them. So it's your favorite nephew cousin back with some more Sunday school messages or Sunday school message. Be more than wishful / be more than hopeful out here.